Every day, emotions can surge unexpectedly, much like a sudden storm, and before we know it, we can feel overwhelmed. Some days, it's anger that derails our entire afternoon. Other days, anxiety casts a shadow over our joy, causing it to fade before we fully embrace it. Life throws countless challenges our way, and while we often hear the advice to stay in control, few truly explain how to navigate the tides of our feelings. When emotions wash over us, it can feel like being tossed in turbulent waters. We might say things we regret, cling to grudges that weigh us down, or let our worries turn minor issues into major stressors. As time goes on, these emotions can start to dictate our actions, thoughts, and even our self-perception. But it's possible to find balance, grace, and a sense of calm that remains unshaken. The first step is realizing that we are not our emotions. They don't have to steer our lives. There's a solid ground we can stand on, even amidst chaos, and this realization marks the beginning of change. Life has a way of presenting us with the same lessons until we learn them, often through moments of unexpected anger or creeping insecurity that test our resolve. The goal isn't to suppress our feelings or avoid pain, but to reach a point where emotions no longer dictate our actions. True strength lies in stepping back, observing, and consciously choosing how to respond. This ability is within reach for anyone willing to practice it. Imagine days flowing smoothly, where problems are just challenges and not insurmountable barriers. In these moments, calmness prevails, and peace arises from maintaining perspective despite life's ups and downs. Envision having that unshakable presence not as a rare occurrence, but as a consistent aspect of life, where emotions rise like waves but don't control your path. This isn't about denying negativity or simply feeling better. It's about genuine freedom, the freedom that comes from knowing we make our own choices, independent of our emotions. Some people manage to maintain this calm even in the face of adversity. They face the same frustrations, losses, and uncertainties, but handle them with a resilience that appears effortless. The truth is, they haven't been gifted this strength. It's a skill anyone can cultivate. It starts with recognizing that emotions are a natural part of being human. They serve as signals rather than commands, alerting us to issues, opportunities, or our core values. Our interpretation and reaction to these emotions shape our lives, and therein lies our power. In those split seconds when anger or anxiety arises, there's an opportunity to pause and choose how to respond, rather than letting these emotions take control. This pause is where we reclaim our agency, responding from a place of wisdom instead of impulse. The goal is not to become unfeeling rocks, but to maintain steadiness, meeting each moment without being swept away by it. There's profound relief in knowing we don't have to react to everything that happens. We can acknowledge emotions without being overwhelmed by them, feeling frustration without letting it dictate our words, experiencing fear without letting it paralyze us, and facing disappointment without succumbing to despair. This approach liberates us from the emotional roller coaster, allowing us to live more fully, intentionally, and with a clarity that transforms everything. While life will continue to present challenges, we'll learn to navigate them differently. Instead of being slaves to our reactions, we become observers, learning to understand each feeling without letting it control our choices. This shift is a process that takes practice, but each day offers a chance to build it. Imagine moving through life where emotions feel like gentle waves rather than storms, something we can experience without drowning. This change fosters a grounded existence, cultivating harmony within ourselves that isn't swayed by external turmoil. Remember, peace is not a destination, it's a practice we engage in day after day. When we perceive emotions as passing signals rather than permanent states, we create space for inner calm. This tranquility equips us to act purposefully rather than reactively. Emotions will always surface, but instead of being imprisoned by them, we learn to let them flow freely. Many might see this as a daunting challenge, but by taking small steps, like observing our emotions instead of reacting immediately, we realize it's not about resisting feelings, but understanding them. Each moment we pause before responding, we reclaim our freedom. We begin to see that our identity, worth, and potential aren't tethered to fleeting feelings. With practice, we start to shape the life we truly desire, a life driven by intention and values rather than impulses. Strength doesn't come from suppressing emotions. It arises from navigating them in a way that nurtures our well-being. By channeling our feelings into growth, we transform fear into courage, anger into understanding, and sadness into insight about what matters most. What if every setback became a stepping stone, and every emotional wave could wash over us without sweeping us away? We'd move through life with greater lightness, resilience, and peace within ourselves. This isn't just a distant dream, it's a choice we can make daily. Each moment we choose calm over chaos and wisdom over impulse builds a steady foundation, a habit that transforms how we feel and how we live. The beauty of this journey is that it's never too late to begin. Each step toward understanding our emotions is a step toward freedom, a freedom that embraces life fully, unencumbered by the temporary nature of our feelings. We learn to be present, find clarity, and face life's highs and lows with a steady heart. In a world that often pushes us to react impulsively and feel deeply without balance, choosing a steady path is revolutionary. It's a decision to live wisely, reclaim our calm, and be fully alive without losing ourselves in the process. This journey is worth taking, with rewards that are immeasurable: peace, resilience, and a life that feels truly free. So here we stand at the beginning of a transformative journey, where emotions are part of life, but do not define our story. This path allows us to master how we live, rather than remain slaves to our feelings. And that's where the real transformation begins. Consider this. How often do we struggle to control the emotions that rise within us? We fight to suppress anger, avoid sadness, and cling to happiness, fearing its loss. Yet, despite our best efforts, emotions slip through our grasp, leaving us exhausted and frustrated. Why do we do this? Why do we believe that if we just try harder, we can stave off pain or cling to joy indefinitely? Understanding the illusion of control is the crucial first step toward liberation from emotional suffering. Our attempts to control emotions often lead to the very suffering we wish to avoid. When we realize this, we can adopt a wiser approach, focusing on what we can control: our responses, perceptions, and how we harmonize with our inner world. Emotions naturally arise from our thoughts, experiences, and interactions. They are like the weather, uncontrollable and ever-changing. Just as we can't force sunshine on a rainy day, we cannot simply will ourselves to feel happy or calm when we don't. Trying to control emotions is futile. It's like trying to redirect a river with a bucket. Our small efforts won't alter its flow. However, this doesn't mean we're powerless. Instead of attempting to change our feelings, we can change how we respond to them. Picture the peace that comes from recognizing that while we might feel anger or sadness, these emotions don't have to dictate our actions. When we stop resisting emotions, they lose their grip on us. They transform from handcuffs into signals, valuable information we can learn from without being overwhelmed. Why does resisting emotions lead to suffering? When we suppress an emotion, we create tension. For example, if anger arises and we try to stifle it, it doesn't just vanish, it builds up, like pressure in a closed bottle, eventually erupting in harmful ways. By embracing our emotions rather than fighting them, we open ourselves to genuine understanding and growth. This shift brings us closer to a life of clarity, resilience, and peace. Sure, here's a more concise and convincing rewrite of the passage. Emotions can feel like a storm, rising unexpectedly and sweeping us off our feet. We often place immense pressure on happiness, making it fragile and easily shattered by the slightest disturbance. This struggle stems from a misconception that feelings like anger, fear, or sadness are inherently wrong. In reality, these emotions are natural responses, essential signals that help us navigate our experiences. When we resist these feelings, we create tension and suffering. The key isn't to control our emotions, but to observe them with a calm mind. Imagine emotions as waves on an ocean. Instead of fighting against them or being tossed about, we can learn to ride them, staying steady and grounded. By practicing observation, we create space between our feelings and our reactions, gaining clarity on how to respond. For instance, when frustration arises, instead of reacting impulsively, we can take a moment to acknowledge the emotion and breathe. This pause allows us to respond thoughtfully, putting us in control of our actions. Mindful breathing can help cultivate this awareness. When strong emotions arise, deep breaths can anchor us, shifting our focus from the emotion to the act of breathing itself. Over time, we learn that emotions ebb and flow, but do not define us. Acceptance, rather than control, frees us from the exhausting cycle of chasing good feelings and pushing away bad ones. This approach fosters resilience, enabling us to face life's challenges without being undone. We can meet each moment with an open heart, learning from our emotions without becoming consumed by them. Practicing detachment helps us see emotions as temporary visitors rather than permanent states. This journey isn't about becoming indifferent. It's about engaging fully with our emotions while maintaining a steady core. We can experience anger without becoming angry people, and sadness without being defined by it. Each moment of observation builds inner strength and fosters compassion, both for ourselves and others. As we cultivate this understanding, we realize that emotions are part of our humanity, rich with insights rather than obstacles to overcome. By reframing how we interpret situations, we can transform feelings of helplessness into empowerment. Instead of viewing challenges as negative, we can see them as opportunities for growth. Ultimately, this path leads to a life of resilience and peace, allowing us to act with intention and clarity. With practice, we reclaim our inner power, finding freedom in accepting emotions as they come and go. This journey transforms our relationship with emotions, creating a life that is vibrant, authentic, and truly fulfilling. Not everything demands an immediate resolution. Some answers reveal themselves over time. One effective way to reframe our perspective is by seeking out the silver linings in each situation. This approach doesn't involve ignoring the negatives, but rather recognizing the positive aspects that exist alongside them. Even during tough times, we can uncover hidden benefits, whether it's a valuable lesson, an unexpected insight, or an opportunity to build resilience. By actively looking for these positives, we shift our focus from what we've lost to what we can gain, fostering a mindset that values every experience. Reframing challenges also requires us to let go of perfectionism. Often, our distress stems from the unrealistic expectations we impose on ourselves and others. When things don't go as planned, we may feel disappointed or frustrated, viewing the situation as a failure. Yet, perfection is an illusion, an unattainable standard that only leads to discontent. By accepting imperfection, we release ourselves from these rigid expectations, learning to embrace situations as they are rather than how we wish they could be. This shift in perspective cultivates a sense of peace, enabling us to move forward without the burden of unrealistic standards. Gratitude is crucial in the reframing process. Even in difficult times, there are reasons to be thankful: support from loved ones, lessons learned, and the strength to overcome obstacles. Focusing on gratitude builds resilience, reminding us that no situation is wholly negative. This practice grounds us, counteracting negativity by shining a light on the positives in our lives. It doesn't deny hardship. It simply balances it with an awareness of the good that persists, creating a realistic and hopeful outlook. Reframing also encourages us to concentrate on what we can control rather than what we cannot. Many distressing situations involve factors beyond our influence, like a job loss or someone else's behavior. By redirecting our attention to our reactions, choices, and outlook, we regain a sense of agency. This focus empowers us, allowing us to navigate challenges with confidence instead of frustration, reminding us that while we can't control external events, we can shape our inner world. Finding meaning in adversity is another key aspect of reframing. Often, the most challenging experiences lead to significant growth, shaping us in unforeseen ways. By searching for deeper meaning in each experience, we can turn difficulties into sources of wisdom. This perspective doesn't eliminate the pain of hardship, but provides purpose, helping us see challenges as integral to our broader journey, rather than isolated struggles. This understanding fosters resilience and offers a sense of direction, even in the darkest times. When reframing negative situations, it's also beneficial to focus on solutions instead of problems. Dwelling on the issue can leave us feeling overwhelmed and powerless. Shifting our attention to potential solutions allows us to take constructive steps toward a positive outcome. This proactive approach keeps us forward-focused, empowering us to turn obstacles into opportunities for growth. At its core, reframing is about cultivating an optimistic outlook. Optimism doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or expecting everything to be perfect. Instead, it's about believing in the possibility of positive outcomes, even in adversity. This mindset fosters hope and encourages us to see setbacks as temporary, helping us navigate life's ups and downs with a steady heart and resilient spirit. As we hone these reframing skills, we develop lasting inner peace, an unwavering calm that isn't contingent on external circumstances. Challenges will arise, but they no longer disturb our well-being. We confront each situation with clarity, resilience, and peace of mind, transforming our experience of life. This journey is one of inner freedom, allowing us to live with courage and tranquility, unburdened by negativity. Self-awareness is a powerful companion on this path. To truly master our thoughts and emotions, we must explore our inner landscape, understanding the roots of our reactions and the unseen forces that shape our choices. This ongoing exploration sheds light on our triggers and the patterns that drive our behavior, empowering us to respond with intention rather than impulse. Building self-awareness begins with observing our emotions as they arise. By paying attention to what triggers our feelings, we can identify the subtle cues that often go unnoticed. Recognizing these triggers reveals insights into our deepest sensitivities, helping us understand the underlying thoughts and beliefs that fuel our reactions. It's essential to examine our beliefs, as they significantly influence how we perceive situations. Often these beliefs operate unconsciously, setting the stage for anxiety and frustration when we encounter setbacks. By questioning whether our beliefs serve us, we can liberate ourselves from rigid expectations, allowing us to respond to life with greater clarity and purpose. Self-awareness also involves acknowledging unhelpful behavior patterns that we may not realize we're engaging in. For instance, a tendency to avoid conflict might prevent us from addressing important issues, while overthinking can lead to unnecessary stress. By identifying these habits, we gain the freedom to choose responses that better align with our intentions, breaking free from unproductive cycles. Embracing vulnerability is a vital aspect of self-awareness. This journey often uncovers uncomfortable truths about ourselves, but acknowledging these truths is essential for growth. By accepting ourselves fully, we shift from self-criticism to self-understanding, building a resilient foundation grounded in acceptance. Our inner dialogue plays a crucial role in self-awareness. Often, we speak harshly to ourselves, reinforcing negative beliefs. By observing these patterns, we can replace self-criticism with constructive language, fostering a compassionate approach that promotes growth. Self-awareness helps us recognize how we seek validation from others. When our self-worth hinges on external approval, we become vulnerable to doubt and insecurity. By reclaiming our sense of worth and nurturing inner confidence, we can approach life from a place of stability and self-acceptance. Practicing self-awareness encourages us to live in the present, preventing us from dwelling on past regrets or future anxieties. Grounded in the moment, we gain clarity, allowing us to make decisions based on current realities rather than past experiences or future fears. Taking responsibility for our actions is another key element of self-awareness. By observing how our reactions impact our relationships and well-being, we learn to respond thoughtfully, fostering maturity and enhancing our ability to navigate life with wisdom. Our environments also influence our emotional states. By recognizing how our surroundings affect us, we can establish boundaries that protect our well-being. This proactive approach empowers us to thrive rather than merely cope. Recognizing our emotional boundaries is crucial for maintaining inner calm amidst external chaos. By distinguishing our emotions from those of others, we strengthen our resilience and can support others without becoming overwhelmed. Self-awareness helps us identify when we need rest and self-care. Ignoring signs of fatigue can lead to burnout, but by tuning into our needs, we prioritize self-care without guilt, understanding its importance for sustained growth. Ultimately, developing self-awareness brings us closer to our purpose. By clarifying our values and desires, we align our actions with our deepest intentions, creating a meaningful life that reflects our authentic selves. As we cultivate self-awareness, we also nurture gratitude. By recognizing the positive aspects of our experiences, we foster a mindset of appreciation that enhances emotional well-being and resilience, helping us navigate challenges with balance. Embracing change is another essential aspect of self-awareness. Instead of fearing change, we can approach it with curiosity, viewing it as an opportunity for growth and adaptation. which in turn enhances our resilience in an ever-evolving world. This journey of self-awareness strengthens our inner fortitude. It enables us to understand our thoughts and emotions deeply, responding with wisdom rather than reactivity. We become our own guides, navigating life with clarity and intention. Finally, learning to remain steady amidst others' judgments is crucial. By practicing rational indifference, we can detach from external opinions and focus on self-validation, fostering a sense of self-worth that is resilient and independent. This practice helps us understand that others' views are often shaped by their own experiences and biases. Recognizing this liberates us from the need to please, allowing us to make choices that genuinely reflect our values. Developing internal standards for validation, based on personal growth and integrity rather than external praise, strengthens our confidence and aligns us with what truly matters. As we embrace the impermanence of others' opinions, we can detach from the need for constant approval. This doesn't mean disregarding feedback, but rather filtering it through our own values to support our personal growth. Handling rejection with resilience is another critical aspect. By viewing rejection as a neutral event, we can pursue our goals with courage, understanding that it does not diminish our worth. Practicing compassion toward ourselves, especially when faced with judgment, allows us to respond with kindness rather than harshness, ultimately fostering a more resilient and fulfilling life. Here's a more concise and convincing version of your text. Cultivating a supportive inner voice is essential during moments of doubt and criticism. Self-compassion acts as a shield against external judgments, helping us recognize our intrinsic worth. When we treat ourselves kindly, we reduce the need for constant reassurance from others, finding comfort in our own acceptance. This compassionate mindset fosters resilience, enabling us to face criticism with grace instead of defensiveness. To strengthen our ability to respond to external opinions, we must focus on what we can control. While others' views are beyond our influence, our reactions are entirely within our power. By directing our energy towards actions and choices aligned with our values, we reclaim our autonomy. This shift allows us to act with integrity, free from anxiety and the need for approval. Rational indifference involves accepting ourselves, flaws and all, which minimizes the impact of criticism and rejection. When we embrace our unique qualities without seeking validation, we create a stable foundation that enables us to navigate social interactions confidently. This internal strength is crucial for resilience, helping us maintain our peace amidst challenges. Additionally, understanding the difference between respect and validation is vital. Respect is earned through our actions, while validation is often unnecessary. By fostering respectful relationships based on mutual understanding rather than a constant need for approval, we build deeper connections that aren't reliant on others' opinions. Reframing criticism as a potential growth opportunity can transform our perspective. Not all feedback is personal. Some critiques provide valuable insights. By viewing criticism objectively, we can integrate what resonates and discard what doesn't, turning feedback into a resource for self-improvement. Another effective strategy is detaching from societal labels. Labels can limit our sense of self, but by recognizing that our identity encompasses much more than these categories, we can live authentically and confidently. This detachment allows us to define success on our own terms, based on our values rather than external markers. Practicing gratitude for our own qualities and experiences shifts our focus away from seeking others' approval. This gratitude fosters self-worth that isn't swayed by external opinions, providing a foundation of confidence that remains steady in the face of challenges. In moments of self-doubt, returning to our core values can guide our decisions and reinforce our sense of self. Living according to our values helps us navigate life's complexities without being shaken by others' views, creating a profound inner freedom. Ultimately, rational indifference empowers us to live authentically and make choices aligned with our values. It allows us to engage fully with life, free from the fear of rejection or criticism, and encourages us to embrace our unique journey without hesitation. To build enduring emotional resilience, gratitude serves as an anchor. More than fleeting thankfulness, it transforms our perspective, helping us counter negative emotions and appreciate life's abundance. By reflecting daily on positive aspects of our lives, we train our minds to seek out joy, reinforcing our resilience even during difficult times. Practicing gratitude extends to recognizing the strengths and support of those around us. Simple expressions of appreciation can deepen our connections, reminding us that we're never truly alone. Additionally, acknowledging the beauty in everyday moments fosters a mindful presence that helps us navigate challenges with grace. Ultimately, gratitude shifts our mindset from one of lack to abundance, allowing us to embrace imperfections and view challenges as opportunities for growth. This perspective not only enhances our emotional resilience, but also deepens our connection to others, creating a supportive community. By keeping a gratitude journal, we can cultivate this mindset daily, reinforcing positivity and reminding ourselves of the good that persists even in tough times. As we practice gratitude and rational indifference, we liberate ourselves from the burden of others' opinions, paving the way for a more peaceful, resilient life. Embracing acceptance for inner peace. Instead of yearning for what might be, embracing the present can significantly reduce anxiety and foster a mindset that is open, adaptable, and resilient. Letting go of the need to control brings a profound sense of peace, empowering us to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and trust rather than fear. Practicing gratitude deepens our appreciation for our strengths and accomplishments. During moments of self-doubt, reflecting on our achievements and qualities reinforces our capabilities and builds a strong foundation of self-confidence. This self-recognition becomes a vital source of resilience, allowing us to face challenges with a belief in our ability to overcome them. Gratitude for ourselves cultivates an unshakable inner strength, shifting our focus from what we lack to what we cherish, transforming our experience into one of abundance, resilience, and joy. While challenges are inevitable, our response to them can be reframed through gratitude, helping us approach difficulties with an open heart ready for growth. This practice nurtures a life rich in balance and resilience, creating a steady inner world that thrives on peace. Setting boundaries for mental well-being. Sustaining inner peace often requires establishing boundaries that safeguard our mental and emotional health. Boundaries are essential for creating an environment where we can nurture gratitude and resilience. Without them, our energy can become scattered, influenced by the demands of others. By understanding our limits, we empower ourselves to say no when necessary, allowing us to engage with others from a place of strength rather than obligation. Clear communication about our boundaries is crucial. Unspoken limits can lead to misunderstandings and frustration. Expressing our needs fosters mutual respect and creates a safe space for healthy interactions. Saying no becomes an act of self-respect, affirming that our well-being is a priority, allowing us to focus on commitments that truly align with our values. Recognizing when to let go. Letting go of relationships that do not reciprocate respect or appreciation is essential for maintaining emotional well-being. Observing the dynamics of our interactions helps us identify imbalances and recognize when it's time to shift our energy toward connections that offer mutual support. Embracing self-compassion during this process allows us to prioritize our needs without guilt. As we release unreciprocated efforts, we create room for self-appreciation and personal growth. Acknowledging our own strengths reinforces our self-worth and reduces the likelihood of falling into one-sided dynamics in the future. Embracing solitude can also enrich our lives, teaching us to enjoy our own company and discover our strengths. Cultivating emotional independence. Ultimately, emotional independence is about recognizing our self-worth without relying on external validation. By practicing self-validation, we honor our feelings and achievements, reinforcing our sense of identity. Building self-trust allows us to make decisions rooted in our values, free from the fear of disapproval. Cultivating emotional independence fosters resilience, enabling us to navigate life's complexities confidently. By embracing solitude and practicing self-compassion, we create a solid foundation of self-awareness and inner strength, allowing us to approach relationships with balance and authenticity. In this journey of self-discovery, we transform our lives into one of balance, fulfillment, and true connection, surrounded by people who value and respect us. Practicing kindness and understanding toward ourselves, especially in times of struggle or self-doubt, is essential for emotional resilience. When we lean on others for comfort, we risk becoming vulnerable to their presence or absence. However, by nurturing self-compassion, we create a robust internal support system that remains steady, regardless of external circumstances. Self-compassion allows us to forgive ourselves for mistakes, reducing the need for outside validation. This practice builds emotional strength, forming a foundation of self-love that empowers us to navigate life's challenges with confidence. To cultivate emotional independence, we must establish and respect personal boundaries. Relying on external validation can lead us to overextend ourselves, neglecting our own needs. Boundaries protect our well-being and help us engage with others while maintaining self-respect, reinforcing the idea that our worth is not contingent on our actions for others. Emotional independence also involves taking responsibility for our feelings. When we depend on others for happiness or security, we relinquish control over our well-being. By learning to soothe ourselves through practices like mindfulness or journaling, we foster resilience and emotional stability. This empowers us to fully experience our emotions, knowing we have the tools to process them on our own. Developing self-awareness is crucial in recognizing patterns of dependence. By observing our tendencies to seek external approval, we gain insights into our insecurities and can address them more effectively. This awareness guides us toward practices that support emotional independence, allowing us to navigate relationships with clarity and authenticity. Practicing self-gratitude is another vital aspect of emotional independence. When we seek validation from others, we often overlook our strengths. By cultivating appreciation for our qualities and accomplishments, we build a sense of intrinsic value that is independent of others' opinions. This mindset nurtures confidence and reduces the need for external affirmation. Embracing our individuality is essential. When we seek others' validation, we may conform to expectations, stifling our true selves. Honoring our unique perspectives frees us to live authentically and fosters genuine connections with others, built on mutual respect rather than need. Letting go of comparison is another key to emotional independence. Constantly measuring ourselves against others can erode our self-worth. By focusing on our own journey, we recognize our progress as valuable, separate from others' achievements. This self-acceptance strengthens our resilience and helps us celebrate our unique paths. Setting personal goals aligned with our passions fosters a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Pursuing interests that resonate with us creates motivation independent of others' opinions, reinforcing our emotional independence. Developing a supportive inner dialogue is also crucial. By replacing self-doubt with affirmations of our worth, we build confidence and resilience. This positive internal narrative empowers us to face challenges without being swayed by external judgments. Moreover, trusting our own judgment in decision-making enhances our independence. By reclaiming our decision-making power, we can pursue paths that truly reflect our desires and values, creating a fulfilling life uniquely our own. Lastly, embracing rejection as a learning opportunity transforms it from a painful experience into a pathway for growth. Recognizing that rejection is a universal aspect of life helps us detach our self-worth from these setbacks. By reflecting on what we can learn from rejection, we can refine our goals and strengthen our character, turning challenges into stepping stones toward our aspirations. Ultimately, cultivating emotional independence empowers us to navigate life with clarity and confidence. By learning to validate ourselves, embrace our individuality, and confront challenges with resilience, we create a life filled with purpose, peace, and fulfillment. Avoiding rejection can stifle our growth, keeping us safely ensconced in the familiar. Yet, facing rejection teaches us valuable lessons about resilience. Each time we encounter a setback and choose to push through, we reinforce our emotional strength, learning that discomfort is only temporary and often a precursor to growth. This newfound resilience equips us to tackle future challenges with confidence, transforming rejection into a form of redirection, an opportunity to explore paths that might better align with our true potential. Sometimes, rejection isn't a reflection of our inadequacies, but rather an indication that a particular situation or relationship isn't right for us. By embracing this perspective, we can remain open to new possibilities that we might have otherwise overlooked. This mindset not only fosters curiosity, but also deepens our empathy. When we experience rejection, we gain insight into the vulnerabilities that accompany it, allowing us to connect more deeply with others facing similar challenges. This shared experience cultivates compassion, both for ourselves and for those around us, strengthening our relationships and enhancing our ability to support one another. Moreover, reframing rejection as a learning experience encourages us to focus on what we can control, our reactions, attitudes, and actions, rather than dwelling on external circumstances. This proactive approach empowers us to direct our energy toward personal development and growth, transforming what could be a source of frustration into a catalyst for positive change. Setting new goals in the wake of rejection keeps us moving forward. A closed door can feel like a loss, but it also opens up opportunities for new ambitions. By channeling our energy into fresh pursuits, we cultivate adaptability and remind ourselves that each setback holds potential for renewal and discovery. Rejection can also prompt us to reflect on our core values, helping us ensure our efforts align with what truly matters to us. Practicing gratitude in the face of rejection further bolsters our resilience. While it may be challenging to find appreciation during tough times, recognizing the growth and insights that come from setbacks helps us shift our focus from loss to opportunity. This perspective fosters emotional balance, allowing us to approach life's challenges with grace rather than resentment. Ultimately, viewing rejection as a teacher cultivates resilience, humility, and adaptability. By embracing rejection, we transform our relationship with life's challenges, turning barriers into gateways for self-discovery and growth. Each rejection becomes a stepping stone, empowering us to pursue our goals with renewed courage and an unbreakable spirit. Through this lens, we realize that rejection is not the end, but rather a crucial part of our journey toward realizing our full potential. Practicing self-compassion allows us to treat ourselves with greater kindness and understanding, acknowledging that perfection is neither necessary nor attainable. This mindset enables us to accept setbacks and delays without feeling defeated, fostering a focus on growth rather than pressure. By being gentle with ourselves, we shift from the need to force success to a more balanced pursuit of personal progress, which nurtures inner peace and helps us approach life with acceptance instead of stress. When we stop trying to control every outcome, we reduce mental and emotional tension, allowing life to unfold naturally. This release leads to a calmer state of mind, enabling clearer thinking and better decision-making. By embracing ease over force, we cultivate a sense of tranquility that enhances our well-being, allowing us to savor life without unnecessary strain. Accepting uncertainty is crucial to freeing ourselves from the compulsion to control. Life is inherently unpredictable, and no amount of planning can eliminate all uncertainties. By embracing this reality, we can focus on the present, finding joy and fulfillment in the moment rather than fixating on an uncertain future. This acceptance fosters a sense of peace, empowering us to move forward with confidence and flexibility, unburdened by the need to know every outcome. Living without the pressure to control also deepens our relationships. When we let go of expectations and allow others to be themselves, we create genuine connections based on authenticity and mutual respect. This approach reduces conflict as we learn to appreciate people as they are, leading to stronger, more compassionate relationships. Respecting life's natural rhythms is another essential aspect of not forcing things. Just as the seasons change, every part of life has its own timing. By aligning ourselves with these rhythms, we discover a greater sense of harmony, knowing when to act and when to pause. This balance prevents burnout and preserves our energy, allowing us to engage with our goals more effectively. Furthermore, cultivating a mindset of abundance instead of scarcity can transform our outlook on life. The urge to control often stems from a fear of lack, whether it's time, opportunities, or success. By trusting that there is enough for everyone, we reduce the urgency that drives us to force situations. Embracing abundance encourages generosity and supports a peaceful, fulfilling life. Strengthening our intuition is another gift of releasing control. When we're not fixated on specific outcomes, we become more attuned to our instincts, guiding us toward choices that reflect our true selves. This inner guidance fosters self-trust and helps us navigate life with confidence. Ultimately, letting go of force offers us a profound sense of freedom, not detachment from our goals, but liberation from the mental and emotional burdens of trying to control every aspect of life. By living with openness and acceptance, we cultivate a life where peace and fulfillment are not dependent on specific outcomes. This approach frees us from the fear of failure or judgment, allowing us to embrace life's journey with a calm heart. Stoicism provides valuable insights that can shift our perspectives, reduce stress, and enhance inner peace. By applying these principles daily, we can transform how we handle challenges, emotions, and our interactions with others. Starting each day with a clear purpose helps us align our actions with our values, reducing anxiety and fostering confidence. Embracing discomfort as a pathway to growth is another crucial Stoic lesson. Rather than avoiding difficult situations, we learn to face them with courage, viewing them as opportunities to build resilience. By willingly stepping into discomfort, we enhance our emotional endurance and adaptability. Incorporating gratitude into our daily lives is a foundational Stoic practice that helps us appreciate what we have, reinforcing our sense of. By shifting our focus from future achievements to the present moment, we open ourselves to fulfillment in every experience. In summary, by embracing self-compassion and the wisdom of Stoicism, we can navigate life with greater ease, resilience, and joy. The Stoics believe that true happiness stems from appreciating what we already have rather than endlessly chasing more. By practicing gratitude, we can shift our mindset from one of scarcity to abundance, reducing feelings of envy and dissatisfaction. This appreciation for the present moment brings peace, as we are no longer driven by a longing for external validation. Instead of seeking fulfillment through accumulation, we learn that contentment lies in valuing our current possessions and experiences. A key lesson from Stoicism is to release our attachment to specific outcomes. The Stoics teach us to focus on our efforts rather than fixating on results, which are often out of our control. By letting go of rigid expectations, we can alleviate the stress and frustration that arise when things don't go as planned. This perspective enables us to enjoy the journey of growth and learning, free from the fear of failure. Nurturing this flexibility fosters inner peace, allowing us to find satisfaction in our actions rather than in the need for success or validation. Self-reflection is another important Stoic practice that enhances clarity and insight. Taking a few moments at the end of each day to review our thoughts, emotions, and actions helps us learn from our experiences. This practice builds self-awareness, enabling us to identify patterns, strengths, and areas for improvement. By observing ourselves without judgment, we deepen our understanding and promote personal growth and accountability. Self-reflection empowers us to make intentional choices that align with our values, leading to a more purposeful and balanced life. Mindfulness in our language and thoughts is a powerful Stoic lesson. The Stoics understood that our words and internal dialogue shape our perception of reality. By being conscious of how we communicate with ourselves and others, we can foster a mental environment that supports resilience and positivity. Choosing constructive words over critical ones reduces stress and nurtures a mindset of patience and understanding. This mindfulness also enhances our relationships, encouraging communication based on respect and empathy. Transforming our inner dialogue creates a foundation of peace and self-compassion. Equanimity, or calmness in the face of adversity, is another essential Stoic principle. Life's ups and downs are inevitable, and by practicing emotional stability, we learn to handle challenges with grace. Equanimity doesn't mean suppressing our emotions. Instead, it's about maintaining a balanced response regardless of the situation. This calmness helps us navigate difficulties without becoming overwhelmed, fostering resilience and mental clarity. Developing equanimity provides a sense of inner strength, allowing us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. The Stoics also emphasize personal responsibility. By acknowledging that we can shape our responses, we cultivate accountability. This understanding empowers us to become active participants in our lives, rather than passive recipients of circumstances. Taking ownership of our choices diminishes blame and resentment, enabling us to effect positive change. This sense of agency brings fulfillment as we recognize our capacity to influence our experiences through deliberate, value-driven decisions. Practicing kindness and compassion is a fundamental Stoic value that enriches our relationships and sense of community. By choosing to treat others with empathy, even in challenging situations, we build trust and mutual respect. Compassion fosters understanding over judgment, reducing conflict and enhancing emotional resilience. This kindness extends to ourselves, helping us forgive our own imperfections and navigate interactions with patience and generosity. In a world full of distractions, the Stoics remind us to focus on what truly matters. Regularly assessing our values and priorities brings greater purpose to our actions. This clarity enables us to reject trivial pursuits, freeing up time and energy for meaningful goals. Staying aligned with what matters most reduces mental clutter and enhances our sense of fulfillment, guiding us by intention rather than impulse. Lastly, learning to forgive and release resentment is a vital Stoic practice that promotes inner peace. Holding on to grudges creates emotional strain, while forgiveness allows us to move forward unburdened. This release doesn't excuse wrongdoing, it liberates us from the weight of past hurts. Forgiveness fosters a sense of freedom, enabling us to let go of negative emotions that drain our energy, ultimately leading to a more serene and fulfilling life. Releasing resentment allows us to make room for positive experiences and meaningful relationships, enabling us to approach life with an open heart and a peaceful mind. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate humility, reminding us that there is always more to learn. This humility fosters growth by making us receptive to feedback and new perspectives. When we acknowledge our limitations, we build resilience and free ourselves from the constant need to prove ourselves. By embracing curiosity, we can view each experience as a chance to learn rather than judge, keeping us grounded in the understanding that wisdom is a journey, not a destination. The Stoics emphasize the pursuit of self-improvement, recognizing that growth is a lifelong endeavor. By setting small, achievable goals, we create momentum that leads to meaningful progress. This commitment to continuous improvement keeps us engaged and prevents stagnation, instilling a sense of purpose in our lives. As we adapt and evolve through various experiences, we cultivate resilience and move forward with clarity and confidence. In just a week, these Stoic principles can begin to transform our lives, laying a foundation of peace, resilience, and purpose. Each lesson offers a practical approach to overcoming challenges, cultivating inner strength, and building meaningful connections. By integrating these practices into our daily routines, we can create lasting changes in how we perceive and interact with the world, paving the way for a life rich in depth, balance, and happiness. Understanding inner resilience and emotional self-management is especially crucial when faced with the unsettling experience of someone pulling away or ignoring us. Such situations can stir up self-doubt and discomfort, but how we respond reveals our inner strength and emotional maturity. Stoic philosophy offers valuable wisdom for navigating these moments, teaching us to approach them with grace, patience, and self-respect. A key strategy is to avoid immediate reactions when someone distances themselves. Our instinct might be to seek answers or confront them, but taking a moment to pause allows for reflection. This pause helps us consider that the other person may be dealing with their own challenges, demonstrating emotional maturity by handling uncertainty without losing our peace. It's also essential to avoid personalizing their actions. When people pull away, it's easy to feel that it reflects our worth or something we did wrong. However, Stoicism teaches us that we are not responsible for others' emotions or choices. Recognizing that everyone has their own struggles helps us maintain emotional distance and protects our self-esteem, empowering us to view the situation objectively without overthinking or internalizing blame. Maintaining self-respect is crucial during these times. When ignored, the temptation to reach out repeatedly for validation can erode our dignity. Honoring our self-worth means stepping back and allowing the other person space. This choice reinforces our independence and demonstrates that we value our own peace, often encouraging others to respect our boundaries as well. Practicing patience is another powerful Stoic principle. Relationships, like all aspects of life, have natural rhythms, and sometimes people need time to process their emotions. By giving them space without pressuring for immediate resolution, we show understanding and empathy. Patience is an active choice that honors both our needs and theirs, helping us navigate uncertainty with calmness. Focusing on our own growth during such distancing can be a constructive response. Instead of fixating on their absence, channeling energy into personal goals, hobbies, or self-improvement creates a positive outlet. This shift in focus allows us to thrive and reinforces our sense of independence, reminding us that we are complete on our own. Cultivating emotional resilience is essential when faced with feelings of being ignored. While we can't control others' actions, we can control our responses. Building inner strength enables us to navigate discomfort without relying on external validation for our happiness. Practicing gratitude for what remains in our lives can also provide comfort during distancing. Instead of fixating on loss, shifting our focus to supportive friends, fulfilling activities, and personal strengths fosters a mindset of abundance. Gratitude reminds us that even amidst uncertainty, there are many aspects of our lives that bring joy. Setting healthy boundaries is vital when someone pulls away, as distancing can sometimes indicate a lack of respect. Establishing clear boundaries allows us to assert our needs while maintaining self-respect, creating a space where we can find peace regardless of the other person's actions. Acceptance is another key lesson in handling distancing gracefully. Accepting the situation without forcing clarity or closure enables us to move forward without lingering frustration. This doesn't mean giving up on the relationship. It's about releasing the need for control over the outcome, fostering peace as we acknowledge that some things are beyond our influence. Focusing on self-love and self-care is essential during these times. Distancing can trigger self-doubt, but nurturing our well-being through exercise, meditation, or creative pursuits reaffirms our self-worth. Self-care reminds us that our happiness is something we cultivate within ourselves, strengthening our resilience. Practicing compassion for ourselves and the other person can also aid healing during distancing. Recognizing that everyone faces their own struggles allows us to approach the situation with empathy instead of judgment. This understanding helps soften the emotional impact and fosters inner harmony as we acknowledge the shared human experience of challenges and growth. Remaining open to possibilities without attachment is a valuable Stoic practice. Embracing uncertainty with an open heart allows us to navigate life's complexities with grace and resilience, ultimately enriching our journey. When someone pulls away, it's natural to wonder if they'll return or how the relationship might change. However, tying our happiness to these uncertainties can lead to dependency. By remaining open to whatever unfolds, we allow life to reveal its answers in time. This openness brings freedom, as we're no longer confined by specific outcomes. Trusting that life will unfold as it should reduces anxiety, allowing us to embrace each day with acceptance and peace. Remembering our inherent worth is crucial during periods of uncertainty. When faced with someone distancing themselves, it's easy to question our value, but Stoicism teaches us that our worth is intrinsic and not defined by others' actions. Embracing this truth strengthens our confidence, allowing us to approach relationships with self-assurance. Our value remains intact, regardless of others' choices, which brings a profound sense of peace and independence. By incorporating these Stoic principles, we can respond to distancing with self-respect, resilience, and inner peace. Each lesson guides us toward a balanced perspective, enabling us to handle relationship challenges with calm and wisdom. Ultimately, these approaches empower us to remain centered, nurturing a sense of fulfillment that is independent of external circumstances. Starting each day with intention creates a strong foundation for resilience and inner peace. Our morning mindset holds significant power. It shapes our thoughts and influences our actions for the day ahead. By integrating Stoic habits into our morning routine, we ground ourselves in clarity and cultivate an approach to life rooted in wisdom, self-discipline, and strength. The first Stoic habit to adopt each morning is self-reflection on our intentions. By contemplating our purpose and the values we wish to uphold, we focus our actions and align our goals with our principles. This intentionality helps us navigate the day with clarity, preventing distractions from steering us off course. Practicing gratitude is another powerful morning habit. Acknowledging what we're thankful for shifts our mindset from lack to abundance, fostering a sense of contentment that carries us through challenges. Gratitude grounds us, reminding us of the blessings in our lives and reinforcing the idea that happiness often lies in appreciating what we already have. Embracing moments of stillness through meditation, deep breathing, or quiet reflection provides clarity and builds mental resilience. This calm practice reduces stress and prepares us to face unexpected situations with grace, fostering an inner stability that is hard to disrupt. Establishing a disciplined morning routine is transformative. whether through exercise, reading, or journaling. A structured approach supports our growth and resilience. Morning discipline reinforces our commitment to our values, helping us shape our day through empowering habits. Another impactful habit is cultivating a positive internal dialogue. How we speak to ourselves sets the emotional tone for the day. By choosing kind and constructive words, we nurture self-compassion and resilience, reducing self-doubt and empowering ourselves to face challenges with confidence. Reflecting on the impermanence of life, practicing memento mori, is a profound Stoic exercise that inspires us to live fully and purposefully. By acknowledging life's fleeting nature, we're motivated to make meaningful choices and prioritize what truly matters, freeing ourselves from trivial concerns. Considering what's within our control is essential. By focusing our energy on areas where we can make a difference, we let go of concerns beyond our influence. This intention each morning conserves mental energy and brings peace, allowing us to engage more productively with the day. Practicing kindness and compassion in our morning intentions shapes how we interact with others. By committing to empathy, we nurture relationships. Based on respect and understanding, this mindset builds emotional resilience, enriching our connections and fostering a sense of community. Preparing to face challenges each morning builds the emotional strength to handle obstacles gracefully. This readiness isn't about expecting the worst, but about accepting that difficulties are part of growth. Embracing challenges with resilience reduces fear and anxiety, empowering us to adapt and thrive. Incorporating these Stoic habits into our mornings lays a foundation for a life of purpose, calm, and strength. Each practice offers clarity and focus, empowering us to approach each moment with wisdom and resilience. By embracing these habits, we cultivate a life of depth and fulfillment, making every day a meaningful step toward true inner peace. Living with resilience and clarity involves understanding when and how to invest our energy in others. Stoic philosophy teaches us that while kindness and compassion are crucial, we must also practice discernment in our relationships. Offering help without boundaries can lead to emotional exhaustion, hinder personal growth, and foster dependency. The Stoics recognize the need for limits, advising us to withhold assistance from those whose patterns or intentions may undermine our peace or values. By learning whom to support and whom to step back from, we cultivate a life grounded in wisdom, self-respect, and balance. One group to approach with caution is those who consistently seek pity rather than solutions. Stoicism emphasizes self-reliance and resilience. Continually giving to someone who refuses to take responsibility can trap both parties in a cycle of dependence. Instead of fostering helplessness, encouraging individuals to find their own strength promotes genuine growth and independence. We should also be wary of manipulators, those who exploit kindness for their gain. These individuals often use emotional tactics to pressure others into helping. By resisting manipulation, we protect our mental and emotional well-being, aligning with the Stoic value of integrity and ensuring we're not obligated to please everyone, especially those who use guilt or coercion. Maintaining boundaries is vital, particularly with those who push against limits. Some individuals may expect constant availability or assistance, disregarding our needs. The Stoics believed in maintaining personal balance, and constantly bending our boundaries disrupts that equilibrium. By denying help to those who disrespect our limits, we reinforce the importance of mutual respect and prevent burnout, allowing us to offer support only when it aligns with our values and capacity. Another type to be cautious of is the chronic complainer who avoids seeking solutions. This negativity can drain our energy and distract from productive goals. Helping someone unwilling to change only enables their dissatisfaction. By stepping back, we create space for those who are ready to take positive action, thereby prioritizing relationships that inspire growth over those rooted in stagnation. Those who refuse to take responsibility for their actions also require boundaries. Stoic wisdom teaches that each person is accountable for their choices. By denying assistance to those who avoid accountability, we empower them to seek solutions independently, respecting their potential for growth while protecting our peace. Individuals who frequently disrupt harmony in our lives should be approached with caution as well. The Stoics valued tranquility and recommended minimizing associations with those who bring conflict or drama. Helping those who thrive on chaos can pull us into cycles of negativity. By refusing to assist those who disturb our peace, we focus on relationships that promote mutual support and align with our commitment to inner calm. We should also consider distance from those who ignore our advice. Offering guidance to someone who repeatedly disregards it can feel fruitless. The Stoics emphasized action aligned with wisdom, and by setting limits with those who don't listen, we can redirect our energy toward more meaningful connections. Another group to avoid is those who lack respect or gratitude. Stoicism teaches the value of reciprocal respect, and helping those who do not appreciate our efforts can create an unbalanced dynamic. By setting a standard of mutual respect, we foster healthy interactions that ensure our contributions are valued, protecting our emotional well-being. Those who perpetually take without giving create a one-sided dynamic that can lead to exhaustion. Stoicism values balance and reciprocity, and consistently giving to those who do not reciprocate disrupts this equilibrium. By establishing limits with those who only take, we create space for relationships that nourish and uplift us, aligning with the Stoic principle of mutual respect. By exercising discernment in our relationships, we protect our mental and emotional peace, ensuring that our support aligns with our values and promotes genuine growth. Stoicism teaches that helping others should come from a place of wisdom, honoring both our needs and theirs. Through these lessons, we cultivate a life of balanced compassion, preserving our strength while extending support where it truly matters. Setting boundaries is a powerful step toward preserving our peace, but true mastery lies in cultivating calmness in any situation. Calm is not merely the absence of stress. It's a state of inner strength that allows us to face life's challenges without being overwhelmed by worry or fear. Stoic wisdom offers profound guidance on developing this calmness, teaching us to remain composed amid uncertainty, chaos, or conflict. The first step to maintaining calm is recognizing what is within our control. Often, stress and anxiety arise from trying to manage things beyond our influence, such as others' opinions or external events. Stoicism teaches that by focusing only on what we can control, our actions, responses, and perspectives, we can free ourselves from unnecessary mental strain. This shift brings immediate relief, redirecting our energy from futile worry to constructive action. Cultivating acceptance is another powerful tool for maintaining calm. Life is unpredictable, and resisting reality only creates suffering. Stoicism encourages us to embrace what is, reducing emotional turbulence. This acceptance is an active choice that strengthens our resilience, helping us approach every situation with adaptability. Practicing mindful breathing can also steady our minds and bodies during stressful moments. When we face tension, our breath often becomes shallow, increasing anxiety. By consciously slowing our breathing, we activate our body's relaxation response, clearing away worries and allowing us to reset and regain focus. A valuable Stoic lesson for maintaining calm is detaching from the need for others' approval. Anxiety often stems from worrying about others' opinions. Stoicism reminds us that true peace is found in internal validation, which reduces the impact of external judgments on our emotional state. This independence empowers us to remain calm, fostering a sense of self-assuredness that sustains us in any situation. Embracing gratitude, even in difficult moments, enhances our calmness. By focusing on what we're grateful for, we shift our perspective from lack to abundance, grounding ourselves in the positive elements of life. This focus on appreciation helps maintain a balanced outlook, reducing feelings of anxiety and reinforcing the notion that there is always something of value, regardless of circumstances. Lastly, stepping back to observe our thoughts without attachment is crucial. The Stoics emphasized self-awareness, encouraging us to view thoughts as passing clouds rather than absolute truths. By observing our thoughts without identifying with them, we prevent emotional turmoil and cultivate a clearer, more balanced mindset. Incorporating these Stoic principles into our lives allows us to navigate challenges with unshakable tranquility, fostering resilience and inner peace. Emotional reactions can cloud our judgment, but by practicing detachment, we create space to choose measured responses instead of impulsive ones. Observing our thoughts without attachment enhances mental clarity, helping us stay calm even in the face of doubts and fears. This detachment builds a solid inner foundation, empowering us to approach any situation with clarity and control. Another powerful Stoic approach is reframing challenges. Rather than viewing obstacles as threats, we can see them as opportunities for growth. This shift transforms stress into curiosity and encourages us to tackle difficulties with an open mind. By viewing challenges as experiences that contribute to our resilience, we diminish fear and frustration, enabling us to learn and grow from adversity. Setting realistic expectations is essential for maintaining calm. Unmet expectations often lead to disappointment, disrupting our peace. By adopting a flexible mindset and staying open to outcomes, we prevent unnecessary frustration. This acceptance allows us to navigate both successes and setbacks with resilience, fostering a balanced approach to life's uncertainties. Practicing self-compassion is another vital habit for sustaining calm. When faced with setbacks, it's easy to fall into self-criticism, which only heightens stress. Stoicism teaches us to be gentle with ourselves, recognizing that mistakes are part of growth. By treating ourselves with the same kindness we extend to others, we create an internal environment that supports calm and reduces the pressure of perfectionism. Focusing on the present moment is a core Stoic principle that enhances our sense of calm. Anxiety often arises from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, pulling us away from the here and now. By grounding ourselves in the present, we free our minds from unnecessary clutter, allowing us to engage fully with what's in front of us. This presence helps us respond to each moment with awareness and intentionality. Another practical method for maintaining calm is to take a brief pause before reacting. The Stoics emphasize the importance of measured responses to prevent hasty decisions driven by emotion. Taking a moment to breathe deeply or reflect silently allows us to respond thoughtfully, aligning our actions with our values. This habit cultivates calmness, creating a buffer between stimulus and reaction. Cultivating patience is also crucial for staying calm. Life doesn't always unfold on our timeline, and impatience can lead to frustration. By learning to trust in the natural flow of life, we approach situations with an open heart, understanding that progress often takes time. This acceptance nurtures a calm attitude, allowing us to remain grounded regardless of life's pace. Embracing a minimalist mindset contributes significantly to our calmness. By focusing on simplicity, both in our surroundings and our thoughts, we reduce the mental clutter that fuels stress. Minimalism encourages us to prioritize what truly matters, creating space for clarity and peace. Letting go of excess helps foster an environment that supports tranquility and well-being. A sense of humor can also be a powerful tool for maintaining calm. The Stoics often used humor to lighten the weight of difficult moments, reminding themselves not to take life too seriously. Humor creates distance from stress, enabling us to approach challenges with a lighter heart. This playful perspective reduces pressure and helps us navigate life's twists and turns more easily. These principles offer a path to a calm, resilient mindset, unshaken by external events. Each practice brings us closer to inner peace, empowering us to face life's challenges with grace and clarity. By integrating these habits into our lives, we build a foundation of tranquility that allows us to live each day with unwavering strength and serenity. As we strive to overcome emotional dependency, we draw on the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that empowers us to take control, release what we cannot change, and find strength within. From understanding the illusion of control to setting boundaries and cultivating gratitude, Stoicism provides us with a toolkit for true emotional freedom. With these insights, we no longer become slaves to fleeting emotions or external validation. Instead, we ground ourselves in resilience and authenticity, cultivating a heart that knows peace and a mind that chooses clarity. If any of these Stoic principles resonate with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which principle speaks to you the most? How do you plan to regain control over your emotions? Share your insights in the comments, and let's learn and grow together. If you're eager to dive deeper into Stoic philosophy and build a life of strength and balance, don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned for more wisdom that can transform your approach to life. See you next time.